On a Saturday not long ago, I got a hankering for a dip dog. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with this mouth-watering delicacy, let me enlighten you. Dip dogs are the main draw, along with their ice cream, at the Highway Drive-In just west of Marion, Virginia. I could describe the dip dog to you. It's kind of a corn dog, but much, much more. It's world famous, and you might have seen the sticker, "Got Dip Dog," on any number of back bumpers nationwide. I could describe the dip dog to you, but it would be better if I just show you. Now, the Highway Drive-In, or Dip Dog Stand as it's known today, has sat on the north shoulder of US Route 11 between 7 Mile Ford and Marion, Virginia since 1957. Until the mid 1960s, Route 11 was one of the nation's most important and busy interstate connectors, running from the Canadian border and New York State to New Orleans. From the mid 60s forward, the completion of parallel Interstate 81 increasingly stole traffic from Route 11, to the point that today this section of 11 is just an oxbow spur to and from I-81. You can still see the faded Highway Drive-In sign between the interstate and Route 11 as you travel north on I-81. On the way up to Dip Dog, TJ and I decided to take I-81 as it was a 95-mile trip to the drive-in. The interstate would be faster, more expedient, as our destination was just off an exit. Traffic on the interstate was heavy. There was the normal amount of speeding, aggressive weaving in and out of lanes, slow cars blocking the passing lane, no turn signals, forced on ramp merging, 18-wheelers on your bumper like a shark hunting a seal. You know, the usual interstate experience. It was a good thing there was little to see from that road, because focus on the task at hand was a matter of life or injury or death. Now, on the way back, we were in no particular hurry. We decided, for the sake of our nerves and digestion, to take Old Route 11 as far as Abington, Virginia. The difference was jaw-dropping. As we passed through the countryside and small towns along Route 11, our stress levels dropped and inner peace rose perceptibly. At Abington, we dreaded returning to the interstate, but the world called and we had to answer. Later on, I reflected on the differences between the two journeys and the two different roads we journeyed upon. Here's what I discovered. The old route flows with the natural landscape. The roadbed gently undulates with the hills and vales and slowly sways between ridge and stream. The road integrates with God's creative order. The interstate pierces the national landscape like a knife through the heart of it. It carves, shaves, and cuts, tortures God's creative order. The old road connected people and communities along its way. I say connected in the past tense because most of the communities along the old road have withered and or died and disappeared under the very shadow of the interstate. These crossroad dots on the map of that old road shared delivery truck drivers, mailmen and women, and law enforcement personnel who shared news, personal stories, and concerns that connected those people and the communities with each other. The interstate flashes by, an intentional avoidance of people and their communities. The interstate sacrifices connection for speed, efficiency, and expediency. The journey doesn't matter, only the destination. The interstate is soulless. No wonder we drive frustrated, angry, scared, aggressive, and defensive as we point our guided missiles down that razor's edge of asphalt. It's so far from natural that it makes us feel less human, less humane, feeling and looking more like a robot and less like in the image of God. In our life journey, an eternal life journey, the more we travel in God's more natural way and less in the world's way of expedience, the more peace and grace we will find. Go in peace and grace.